Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be showing or showcasing a little bit of how far I've gone with the dialogue system in Game Guru. It's something that I was a little inspired by the Bethesda games like Skyrim and even Fallout 4. Fallout 4's got like a dreaded system people don't like, but I think it kind of works well um, if you don't want a fully detailed dialogue system um, in terms of showing huge bodies of text on the screen. Um, but everything the player says in response doesn't get followed up with audio, so I think it's more authentic to the RPGs where someone can roleplay what their character sounds like. But for all NPCs, I'm hoping to maybe actually make them have audio files sourced with their text. Sorry if you can hear my computer. I don't have a proper sound booth or soundproofing here, but yeah, so I'm just testing this with the fantasy character, the barbarian, just because of his height. Um, so as soon as you approach him, what's going to happen is um, the script is very modular. It's not like um, say this, say that, say this, say that, specific to like me making a game. I want this to be used by anybody, where they can just jump in and look at the code and be like, oh, so that's option one, that's option two, that's option three, four, five, and maybe they can go on for an infinite possibilities. But basically, so the NPC's name is not something I've written in the text to just say. It's actually referencing a variable, a string that's written. Basically, if you have multiple characters, they should all have their own names. Thinking about making it reference from the object property menu, if that's possible. Whereas that way, within the engine of Game Guru, you can just type out what his name is, and it'll use that name in the text there in yellow. So this is more like what Fallout 4 does. It's got the NPC name on top of the text. Skyrim does something off to the side for that, I believe. But when you go in and actually go into the player's options to respond to him, I think the name of him should then appear over here or even over here. That's what, again, referencing other games. That way you don't forget what his name was. I say a lot. But if you can go cycle through the different options. I made it so that the player can respond at least at the minimum and at the moment the maximum. Three different options of what he could say in response to whatever the NPC asks or tells him. So he asked him, "Do you like this town?" I could say, "Sure. Yes, I like the town." So that's good to hear, he says. "Enjoy your stay." So what I can have here is I don't think locking the player to the NPC is really that important. Um, that's something you find almost every, I think, first-person shooter game that has dialogue. It kind of almost turns into a cutscene, in a sense. But in Fallout 4, it's one of the few games that does this. Whereas you can be in the middle of talking to somebody, and someone could shoot you, and you can like respond to that. It's like, whoa, what's going on? And then you can deal with that and just go right back into the conversation you were having. I'm thinking about even making it where the NPC could kind of react to that. Say you've gotten back out over here and then come back. Why is that barrel floating? But anyways, you've gone away and he's like, "So you don't want to talk to me again?" Or "Have a good day," and he just starts walking off just as you do. Thinking about even making it where your options can change based on things you do within the game, based on quests, whatever your game is. If you want to use a script like this, the ability to add variables to the different options and sub options and things like that. One thing I really like about the Bethesda games is, say you were drunk or something, you would have different kind of options of what you could say to someone. Say you have low intelligence, or your charisma is low, or say you want to talk to a scientist about something, but you're science skills are too low, or they're really high. You would have different options, I think, than another person talking to the character. So, it's something I'm trying to put together as a modular thing. Not much goes on around here other than drinking and fishing. I haven't made the other sequence of dialogue, whereas it's kind of like scripts, the way I see it. It's kind of scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, or continuing like that, and different pages, and keeping the script in a way that anyone can look at it and understand exactly what's happening. Say, option 1 equals this, option equal 2 equals that, and you just type what you want them to say. At the moment, it's all controlled through the numpad, because in Game Guru, the arrow pad actually moves the player rather than just the WASD. Of course, you can change that in the key binding and all this stuff, but I think I'm going to change how this all works, whereas this script works in conjunction with another script for key binding. Like, maybe I'll create a whole option menu screen for that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I haven't really got full into detail with multiple dialogue trees and things like that, but I think this is a pretty good example of how it's going to roughly look. I've also added a drop shadow to the text, and what that allows you to do is if there's something solid white or solid yellow or whatever color you want the text to really be, at least it stands out a bit. It doesn't get completely lost in the background. It's good to have some type of drop shadow. So yeah, hope I didn't talk too much. I will show you the next version when it comes, and hopefully then I'll have some dialogue to kind of complement the text that's on the screen, so it's more engaging and fun. It'd be even cool to have this character kind of moving his hands in such a way. Another issue with the engine at the moment, though, is a lot of the models don't have the actual mouths animated to move in any way, but for now, we'll just stick with text and audio. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Or you'll see me.